So we went ahead and added the scripts to the parts. The scripts are now connected and run a function that's found in module scripts that's in starter player. And one thing that I forgot to mention that we should do is anchor all of these parts, right? Because it's kind of weird if the player falls on one of these ladder parts here and the part moves, right? So that doesn't look right. So why don't we go ahead and do that, and you can go ahead and click on each one and select anchor. That's fine, but you can also highlight them all. See that? And then we'll go ahead and hit anchor. That'll anchor all of them. I don't think I got these parts on the end here or here, so I'll go ahead and anchor those as well. And now all my red parts are anchored. They won't move if my player falls upon them. Okay, so the next part of our game here is going to be a spawn location that's going to sit right here. And you want to go ahead and think back. It's been a while, I'm sure, but we want to make it so that if the player gets to the second spawn location and then dies, he's going to spawn on the second spawn location. So you might have forgotten how that goes, and let's go ahead and go through that right now. The first thing we're going to do is come here to workspace. We're going to insert a spawn location. I'm going to put it in the place that I want it, which is right about here. Again, we want to make sure that everything is perfect, because in game it's going to be extremely obvious that it's not perfect. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to make it the exact same size as this edge here where the red platform begins. So we'll do that. I'm going to also make it so that there's no step up, and so the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to scale it down until it's just a flat little surface, and I think that's good to go. Right? Okay, and next I'm going to go ahead and open up the spawn location, get rid of the decal, delete. I'm going to try to get the color to be the same as this color here. I kind of want it to be transparent, so I guess that's a better way to go about it. Why don't we come here to transparency, set it to 1, and that's that. But I also do want the player to know that this is a spawn location. So I'm going to right click, insert object, and I'm going to add particle emitter. And so it does that. Okay. You can go ahead to the particle emitter and adjust the properties to make it look the way that you want it to look. And yeah, feel free to do that. I'm not going to do that right now, but I definitely did that for the original game, right, to make it look better. So actually, I don't think I did a particle emitter. I don't like the way this looks. So I'm going to go ahead and insert object. And there's another one here, called sparkles, right? So I'll go ahead and add sparkles. And then I'm going to go and change the color of the sparkles from purple to a different color. Okay, I'm not on the sparkles, so I want to make sure I highlight sparkles. Change the color to white. So I'm going to do 255, 255, 255, RGB colors, of course. And that, to me, looks much better than the particle emitter. Right? And then next thing we need to do is make sure that the player starts here. But if he gets here, then he's going to start here next, right? So the way that we're going to do that is come down to teams, right-click, insert object. I'm going through this fast because I feel like we've already gone through it once, and you might have an idea of how this goes, right? But if you need to, pause the video and do this at more slowly at a pace that you're comfortable with. So I'm going to go ahead and right-click teams, insert object, insert the football. I'm sorry, not football. The soccer team object, and then here I'm going to change my team color, which is very important. Change the team color to black, and then I'm going to go to my first spawn point, scroll down. I'm going to uncheck neutral. I'm going to change the team color, not the regular color or the brick color, but the team color to the same black. Okay, so that means when the game first starts, he's going to start here. Okay, and then on this guy, the new spawn location we just added, I'm going to click allow team change on touch, unclick neutral, and then change this team color to a different team color, not black. Right? So the way that I like to do it is I do the first spawn point here, the second spawn point here, and so on as we add spawn points. So since this is the second spawn point, I'm going to choose dark stone gray. Okay, and now it is time to test this out. I'm wondering if there's an easy way for us to test it, so I don't have to go through the ladder, because it's actually, even though it looks pretty easy, it's actually quite difficult. So okay, so I got my force field, which is 10 points. That might protect me. So let's go ahead and test this out and see what happens. Okay, so I got this force field. I don't think the force field protects. Yeah, doesn't protect on the touch. So yeah, and then since it doesn't protect on the touch, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the force field, and that's a very easy thing to do. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. Is there an easy way to test this? Let me stop it. Maybe I can shorten this one here, and then we could run it and check to see if it works. So I'm going to go this way. I get here. You can see my team switches to neutral, right? And now I'm going to oof, and I should start at the second spawn point. Okay, good. So it works, and we're good to go. Last thing is we're going to take off the force field because it really has no purpose in our game. So I'm going to go here to the spawn location. Force field duration, I'll set that to 0, so there is no force field. The second spawn point, same thing. All the spawn points, let's go ahead and take away the force field because it doesn't make sense in our game.